This is actually from a live stream that Crowder posted to YouTube or streamed directly to YouTube. So I don't know how much of this we'll be able to watch. It's about an hour long, just short of an hour. So we're gonna skip through it a little bit. We're gonna watch it a little bit faster than normal speed. We'll put it on we'll put it on 1.5. If you don't like listening to videos at 1.5 speed, sorry, stay mad. Really sucks. I know Destiny lost its partnership. I've already talked about it. But I'm not going to sit here for an hour, probably more than an hour, because I have to pause and interject on things on an hour-long Crowder video. So we'll probably skip through it a little bit, just try to get the main base of Crowder's arguments here and see what we think. Yes, Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. I actually don't even know that much about the Nobel Peace Prize. From my understanding, wasn't Hitler nominated for one? I could have sworn he was. Or maybe that was Time Person of the Year. Wait, he was? Oh, yeah. Okay, no, he was. He was, yeah. In 1939, in a submission not intended to be taken seriously, anti-fascist member of the Swedish parliament Eric Gottfried Christian Brandt nominated German dictator Adolf Hitler, but the nomination was canceled, no prizes awarded. So he was nominated as a joke by an anti-fascist, but he was considered. So just to clarify, the Nobel Peace Prize doesn't necessarily, getting nominated for it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a particularly good person. Now, the Nobel Peace Prize in itself, the Nobel Peace Prize is one of the 5 Nobel Prizes established by the will of Swedish industrialist, inventor, and armaments manufacturer Alfred Nobel, along with the prizes in chemistry, physics, physiology, or medicine and literature. So basically, their prize is given out, I believe, yearly to people who contribute a substantial amount to a particular area that is assigned to said medal. Now, Obama, I think, did Obama get one? Obama was always had one more Nobel Peace Prize than Trump, and Trump will always hate it. Yeah, Obama did get a Nobel Peace Prize. Now, I would actually argue Obama did not deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. The Iran deal was a big thing. He probably did get it for the Iran deal, because the Iran deal was a really, really big thing. And for, I don't know, I think it was probably for the Iran deal. The Iran deal was a massive, huge deal. So that was pretty good. But besides that, the bar for being nominated or receiving a Nobel Peace Prize is pretty fucking low, it seems, considering how much bullshit Obama pulled. But, drones striking children and whatnot. But I feel pretty safe in saying that Trump probably deserves a Nobel Peace Prize a lot less than Obama. Just look at his presidency. Now, I don't know if he's actually getting it or if he's just been nominated. I mean, I'm pretty sure every American president has a pretty high chance of getting nominated. Getting nominated doesn't mean you're actually going to get it. It doesn't mean that you deserve it or should have it. But let's go ahead and see Crowder's reasoning for why he deserves one.
Excuse me, that's enough. When you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. It's like in a state of shock.
Ah, yes. Thug life. The President of the United States trying to sow doubt in the American people against the press. The press, which is supposed to check the government and inform the people so that the people know what's going on, because the people need to be informed about the government in order to be able to participate in said government, which is the foundational basis of democracy, the idea that this entire country was built on. Very thug life, very presidential, sowing hatred in the people against the press so that the government has no one to be liable to. Very, very based.
I'm not thinking.
That's okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
I don't want to have that fight with you.
Hey,
all right, we're gonna have another fight with you.
Listen, it's okay. In the meantime, I'm president and you're not.
Are these supposed to be thug life moments? Because these just come off as him being very unpresidential and unprofessional. Yeah, Lugenpresse. Yeah. Why is it an hour? Because Crowder is paid a lot of money to spread propaganda, and his absolute fucking horde of sheep eat this shit up like slop out of a fucking trough. I mean, yeah, that's what this is. I like how he's not. Do you think he'll show any of those numerous interviews he's done with like Fox News and stuff like that, where even when he's talking to them, he's getting like blown the fuck out? Because what was that one? It ended up being a meme format where it's like this. I think he's from BBC or something. The interviewer is like looking at this list of notes, and he's like, "Trump, this isn't true. You're lying right now." And have you seen the? Hold on. Fuck. It's such a good meme format. Trump interview meme. Yeah, it's this one. It was from the HBO Axios? Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was a Crowder segment. I thought it was an hour-long comp of Trump's burns. Oh, no, it's a Crowder segment about why Trump should have the Nobel Peace Prize. This is probably one of the greatest meme formats ever to come from the internet, if we're being completely honest. It's a pretty good meme. Just the look on his face. Trump just looking deadpan at him. I fucking love this. I don't know what it is about this meme that makes me so happy. You could put anything on that piece of paper, and it's just a fucking 10 out of 10 meme. It'll never not be a 10 out of 10 meme. Okay. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Crowder doesn't include any of those.
I don't know. Do I seem rattled?
Subject for today.
Jesus Christ. Imagine if there was any leftist, like, content creator who had the funding of Crowder. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine any, even, like, I guess there's some liberal ones, but, like, an actual, like, more than liberal, lefter than liberal content creator who had this kind of funding to be able to have, like, a show. Stephen Colbert is a liberal. To have like a CGI animated intro and like a massive brand, like $100 mugs to drink dog come out of. Imagine that, John Oliver. Why are you guys listing liberals? I said leftist. Liberals. Those are liberals. Stop.
There you go.
It's a very nice sip. That was a sip where I had a little bit more distance between that sip. Sort of like taking like long range, right? Just keeping it at the jab with my tongue. It's just a little bit longer. So you get a full body sip. It's
I think Treadlogic got banned from Twitch for making the joke, but I think we all know what he's drinking out of that mug.
a little further. It's
Whoa. Oh, okay. Okay.
the science. I can do it all day.
That's like a liberal sip.
By the way, I want to ask people, do you know what is the inspiration for that intro for Good Morning Mug Club? French Canadians, you will probably know. Wasn't a very good show, nor a very good intro.
But today's going to be a
How the fuck is Steven Crowder going to talk about the degeneracy of the LGBT community when he's pandering to French Canadians? What a fucking hypocrite. Disgusting.
Today's a fantastic show.
Totally different than that.
Donald J. Trump, the president, has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
What?
Yowza.
Oh, man.
We're going to be talking about that. My half-Asian lawyer's back in Half-Asian Bill Richmond. How are you, sir?
Wonderful.
Very nice. He makes better use of that chair than Gerald B. How are you, Gerald A?
I am doing well. Bring back Gerald B.
Well,
Steven Crowder sometimes stumps me in how turn it down a little bit. Yeah, we'll turn down the speed a little bit for you guys because I know you don't all have brains that run at 500 miles an hour like mine. Steven Crowder does this weird. I've noticed him doing this, and it's probably because he's racist. How often a lot of his jokes and a lot of what he says, even when they're not jokes, always point out race. Like, we covered that video a little while back where he's on the street and he's doing his change my mind thing. And this Hispanic dude or it might have been a white dude. I'm pretty sure he was Hispanic. I think he said he was Hispanic. Didn't want to debate him, and he was like, "No, I know who you are. You're racist." And he was like, debate me, like chasing him down the street while he's like walking down the street with this group of friends going shopping. And he's like, how can I be racist? That guy over there is with me. He's black. He's an Asian dude. And he does that sort of identity politics. And then on top of that, the numerous clips of him, what's the one where he does that super racist Asian stereotype thing? I mean, the guy knows how to skirt the line pretty hard. I wouldn't even say it's skirting the line. He just knows how to get away with this shit. Like the, I think it was the, was the shirt God Hates Figs or something? Was the name of the shirt? Hold on. Oh, socialism is for figs. Sorry. Yeah. This one. The socialism is for. He claims it's figs. So that's very sneaky there. Hold on, where's the racist Asian thing? Crowder, racist Asian outfit or racist bit, or I don't know. Like, where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah. Let's go ahead and I need to remind you all who we're watching here. Just gonna.
This week marks the second show in June, which is you across the globe to experience and appreciate all the great cultures this world has to offer. This week, the mystical, age-old culture of China.
Glad to be with you. You're a lawless, godless people, China.
Glad to be back. We have exclusive footage from the most recent Dog Meat Festival.
Oh, me so hungry. Oh, me so hungry.
That is so...
Wait,
It's still going.
you compare black people to a
Guys, there's no point. Crowder's just racist. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just showing. Listen, I get comments all the time on my videos from reactionaries, from people mad that I baselessly call their fucking right-wing daddies racist with no evidence. So I'm just going ahead and just presenting the evidence.
monkey eating a banana? That's f***ed up.
Blame Breakfast at Tiffany's and Mickey Rooney. That is that man's legacy, and I will honor it.
He's done plenty of other pretty racist bits like that. It's not very uncommon on Crowder's show. So it's really, really, it's very telling to me how often he likes to point out the race of people in his crew, the unironic tokenism. Like, by the way, Asian, we got an Asian, half Asian. He's half Asian. Did you not see that before? You know how he just like, let's go ahead and.
Today's going to be a good show.
Today's a fantastic show.
Totally different than that.
Donald J. Trump, the president, has
What's
been
the
nominated
president?
for the Nobel Peace Prize.
What?
Yowza.
Oh, man.
We're going to be talking about that. My half Asian lawyer's back in half Asian Bill Richmond. How are you, sir?
Wonderful.
Very nice. He makes better use of that chair than Gerald B. How are you, Gerald A?
I am doing well.
I don't even like. This is conservative comedy, guys. The right is getting funnier and the left is getting nervous.
Bring back Gerald B.
Well,
Oh,
what?
Oh,
He
hey.
used to hate
Did you just
Gerald
start-
B.
I don't know.
Well, you put
Wait, is that true? Wait, his lawyer did like a Hail Hitler thing? Is that true? The half Asian lawyer he had to point out? Is that true? He did like a Hail Hitler thing? If anyone has a link to that, I'd love to see it.
Put him against Bill, and it's a toss-up most of the time.
Really?
I love you, Gerald.
I don't agree. Court Black Garrett is here.
Hey, good
Audio
morning.
Wade. We're going to be talking about a whole lot. We're going to be talking about the Nobel Peace Prize. We're going to be talking about Daniel Prude and why that police interaction was almost exemplary. Don't blame the police. Blame the Fauci hood.
I don't care about this. I care about the Trump thing. Does he have timestamps? No timestamps. Really? This is a massive channel and we've got no timestamps? Come on. We're doing it the old-fashioned way, skimming through the video until we see... Oh, is that Trump? No, it looked like Trump from the distance. Come on. Oh, I think he's talking about it here?
It was like about 3 or 4 months, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And a part of me feels as though, I mean, Barack Obama maybe even didn't want it. I want to believe that
Right,
and maybe he's not that self-obsessed narcissist
he's
that we
talking
believe
about
all
it now.
politicians to be. Like, he woke up and they probably said, hey, listen, hey, Barack, you're going to get the Peace Prize. He said, oh, you're shitting me. I haven't done anything yet.
You know, in public, he actually was like, "I don't deserve this."
Right.
Other people have really done something,
Yeah.
and I've done nothing. Universally, people were like,
Yep.
he's only been here 200 days." Like,
Yeah.
what-
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's just how Obama kind of conducted himself in public. He tried to present himself as a very humble, down-to-earth kind of guy. The kind of this is like a pretty important thing for a lot of presidents that not like Trump. Trump doesn't do this. Trying to present themselves as the kind of guy you would have over at your barbecue and drink a beer with. That is probably one of the, besides racism, probably the most effective way to market yourself to the voter base in America. Coming off as like just another guy, like, you know, that's a pretty common thing. A lot of Obama's brand, I guess you could say, was acting humble, which was definitely better than what Trump does. And did Obama deserve it? I mean, I don't know who else was nominated. He probably wasn't the most deserving in terms of who was nominated, but I don't know. Like, doesn't really care about this part.
what's going on?
Well, he was given the Peace Prize for capturing the world's attention and giving its people hope for a better future. So I don't know if they can rescind it after 8 years and they see the economy.
Oh, it didn't work
I have
out,
no idea.
yeah.
Just like the Grinch with the candy canes pulling out while the kids are sleeping.
Yeah.
That's what they should do with Barack Obama.
Is Crowder gonna make me defend Barack Obama? I mean, he did run his campaign on like hope and change. That was his whole thing. But I mean, he was pretty bad, but I don't care. I don't care about this. I'm not defending Obama. You're not baiting me, Crowder. You're not fucking baiting me.
Yeah,
Peace Prize.
exactly.
And by the way, peace is in the name. This is this is one of the things that I will
Yeah.
tell you, okay? I don't know what it really is. All right, I don't really know what the Nobel Peace Prize is because Barack Obama, longest wartime in modern American history
Yeah,
for
I love
presidents. They were bashing Donald Trump for being anti-military the other day. I don't think he's anti-military. I do think he's anti-war. He's probably the most anti-war president that I can think of in recent memory.
Not true. Republicans are war hawks, way more so than Democrats. Trump has literally Trump has probably done the most to stoke. Okay, so for one, you can't claim that Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize more than Obama because while this isn't even true, he apparently dislikes war and is more peace-loving than Obama when we have literal civil unrest in our country due to the broken economic and justice system that we have here, in which we have riots in the streets, simply advocating for there not to be black people getting the shit beaten out of them and killed by police. I'm sorry, but if you're overlooking a system like that, hold on, hasn't also Trump literally demonizing protesters, attacking the media? God, can we just go over all the shit that Trump has done? How can you argue that Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize when under Obama, at the very least, there wasn't massive, countrywide riots and civil unrest? There were protests under Obama. Don't get me wrong. BLM really started to gain traction under Obama, but it was nowhere close to this level. There was nowhere close to this amount of police shootings. I'm pretty sure we've had have we had more instances of? I mean, it would be equivalent. Like we'd have to talk about per capita because Obama was in office for 8 years. Trump's only been in office for 4. But in comparison, if we were to sort of line up the ratios, right, to make it statistically even, has there been more police brutality and riots under Trump than Obama? I'm pretty sure there has been. Definitely riots and protests, 100%. Now, Obama was a war criminal, absolutely. Not defending it, not defending the majority of the stuff Obama did. But if we're talking about who's better, Obama or Trump, the answer is pretty fucking obvious.
Well, one of the statistics was that he is the first president who has not started in an international armed conflict in 39 years.
Wow.
And the last president who went that long won the Nobel Peace Prize, Jimmy Carter.
Right.
Well, very nice. Good for him. Well, he
Good
got
for
it in
him.
the first freaking few months. Okay, so that stat doesn't matter.
Wait, didn't Trump almost start a massive armed conflict when he bombed, what was his name? Soleimani, I think his name was? Like, we were literally... Wait, there was like a point where we were literally teetering on the edge of a war with Iran. Soleimani. Yeah, salami. Yeah. It was literally like World War III is coming at the beginning of this year. We barely skirt away on that, on our fucking... We skirt away on that with the skin of our teeth, and it's still possible. That's still something that's on the table, right? Iran's not going to forgive us for that. Not to mention Trump pulled out of the Iran deal, if I'm not wrong, if I'm correct. And on top of that, Trump has been poking the fucking bear when it comes to North Korea. Trump has been simultaneously antagonizing and poking the bear with Kim Jong-un, while at the same time legitimizing him as a world leader. He's been fucking up on both fronts. Because conservatives think Obama gave Iran uranium, which he probably didn't. Yeah.
Jerk.
Jimmy Carter got in the first few months?
No.
Yeah, and he bragged about killing Soleimani. Yeah, he was fucking proud of it. He was proud of fucking bombing that shit. Yeah, well, with Russia, I don't know. I don't know. Is Trump like did he? I think Trump's like really friendly with Russia. Obviously, like Russia is doing some really fucked up shit to us. Everything from election tampering to orchestrating like killing government like soldiers and like American soldiers and stuff like that. But Trump loves Russia. Wasn't a lot of the Russiagate stuff basically confirmed and like proven to be true recently? But now it's just been so long, nobody cares anymore. Like I'm pretty sure it was like it all came out to be true, like the vast majority of it. But nobody cares anymore. It's been long enough that the 24-hour news cycle, they just don't give a shit anymore. It's old news. Nobody cares. So now conservatives have just sort of like packed it in as like, oh, there was the Russiagate hoax, even though it was fucking true. It just took a long time for the investigation to go through and for all the evidence to come out and prove the GOP tampered with evidence, Xander Hall. They did prove that. Yeah, I heard about that. Not only were they able to prove that the Russiagate stuff was true, they were able to prove that the GOP was complicit in it and even assisted in hiding the tracks. Yeah. He stonewalled all of his witnesses so they can't prove Trump directly did it. Yeah, so it's probably not possible to find out if he did, but let's go ahead and continue.
Obama.
He was talking about Jimmy Carter. Are you drunk?
He said both. He was talking about Obama and comparing him to Carter.
Hey, Gerald.
And I was giving him a
He
hard
was
time.
saying that Jimmy Carter was the only one who didn't start an international conflict. Now, the difference
last
is
one, yeah.
it's on principle with Donald Trump. Jimmy Carter was a pussy.
Well, he knew
completely
how to
different
swing a
reasons,
hammer, but that was about it.
Knew he loved his peanuts and his sweaters.
Nice.
But it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, also, just being anti-war isn't necessarily good. Shut the fuck up, Kurt Cobain. I'll debate you later, okay? If I feel like it. Being anti-war on its own isn't necessarily good right now. Pulling our troops out of Syria was really bad. We definitely should not have left the Kurds to just get fucking cucked by Turkey. Because Turkey, if you're unaware, is engaging in an ethnic genocide against the Kurds. Now, granted, what we call the Kurds, I talked to Dylan Burns a while ago about this. I don't remember exactly what it is, but like there's quite a few different ethnic groups that make up the particular group that we're talking about. But it's a genocide that Turkey is doing upon them, and the Kurds have helped us a lot in fighting with ISIS. They're pretty fucking based in regards. I'm pretty sure they're like, aren't they anarchist or something, or like kind of anarchist? I'm pretty sure I'd heard something about that. Yeah. So this would basically be the equivalent of conservatives clapping along if the president of the United States back during World War II decided to abstain from fighting the Nazis. That would basically be the equivalent here. Like, war bad, but sometimes there are violations or crimes against humanity happening somewhere in the world, and there's a certain level of responsibility that the most powerful country has in the world to intervene in that. And I think an ethnic genocide probably reaches that threshold.
Maybe because Nobel Peace Prize, peace is in the name.
Yeah.
94 is given to Yasser Arafat. Now, for people going, wait a second, that name rings a bell. It should be ding, 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 ringing the terrorist bell.
Oh, yeah.
He was a terrorist. He was the founder of the Palestinian Liberation Organization.
Yeah.
He was the one who invented hijack.
Guys, I know conservatives in World War II literally said that. Not to mention, on top of that, so yes, a lot of the fighting that America did in World War II wasn't the Pacific Theater against the against Japan. We didn't actually start fighting until Pearl Harbor. True, but we did still end up fighting fascism. Japan was fascist. Hitler was fascist. Japan and Nazi Germany were allied against the Allied powers. And we still did it, right? We still, even though we basically waited as long as we possibly could until Japan starts fucking with us. But yeah, Japan is fascist as fuck. I think Japan is having like a massive uprising of fascism right now as well. I think in 2024, the rules that were agreed to for developing nuclear weapons are going to expire, and Japan's going to start kicking up their production of nuclear warheads after that. Japan wasn't fascist, but it was definitely imperialist. No, Japan was fascists. The Scarecrow, Japan in World War II was absolutely fascist. They were extremely racist. They were Japanese supremacists. They were absolutely fascists. There was a reason why they allied with Hitler. They were extremely fascist. What on fucking earth would fucking invade your mind to make you say something so fucking dumb? Jesus Christ. Now, this doesn't justify nuking civilian cities on the USA's part. I'm pretty sure that a lot less lives could have been taken and the war could have been ended in a much less violent way had we done like an actual normal fight without nuking cities and leaving millions of people with birth defects, and these were citizens. They fucking nuked civilian cities. But still, fucking fascist.
That was his signature. That's all they do. If he applies for a loan, which is guaranteed to him because he's not black, according to Don Lemon, they just look at his hijacking.
He's the Thomas Edison hijacking.
They don't compare signatures. They go, how many people assumed room temperature on his last commercial flight? It's Yasser Arafat. Let's give him a peace prize. Yeah. They gave it to Yasser Arafat. They gave it to Al Gore for drawing attention to climate change. They said they're giving it to him. Al Gore, it was in 2007. The quote was from Nobel Prize, to disseminate greater knowledge about man-made climate change and to lay the foundations for measures that are needed to counteract such change. By the way, British High Court ruled that his film contained 9 significant errors that had to be corrected.
Nine.
So a British...
How is that relevant? Al Gore did a substantial amount to bring... This is literally South Park man-bear-pig levels of comedy. You guys remember that? This is one of the reasons why I don't like South Park very much anymore, besides like a few of the good older episodes, was the man-bear-pig shit. Hold on, what is this? What have you sent me? Is that a document? Use this, Sander Hall? You got some memes for me, buddy? 14 points of fascism? Let's actually determine whether or not Crowder's a fascist right now. Or whether or not Crowder supports fascism. Because he is a fascist. Let's go ahead and go down the list. Powerful and continuing nationalism. Well, that goes without saying. I mean, Crowder is pretty big on like on nationalism, you know, strong borders, limiting immigration. America has to be powerful. He's a nationalist. Okay. Disdain for human rights? I would argue that. Most of his entire content is dedicated to shitting on anything involving civil rights for minorities. It's pretty okay. We got 2. Identification of enemies as a unifying cause. Ah, yes, the cultural Marxists in BLM and pushing the transgender ideology. Okay, so yeah, all right. Yep, okay, sounds good. Supremacy of the military, goes without saying, he's pretty pro-military. Rampant sexism. Okay. Controlled mass media. I would argue that the majority of the media in the United States, and Crowder is part of it, is pretty conservative. Yeah, basically, pretty fucking controlled, especially when it comes to radio, like talk radio. Definitely, they got that down. Obsession with national security, goes without saying, really pro fucking shutting off borders, all those things. Holy shit, a major YouTuber with 2 million subscribers covered you. Kurt Cobain, I'm not gonna go with that. You've been fucking trolling in chat all day. Religion, government intertwined, goes without saying. He's super fucking pro, like Christianity and government. Corporate power protected, obviously. Trump, Crowder's paid by billionaires. Labor power suppressed, he's anti-union, anti-socialism. Disdain for intellectuals and the arts, this goes without saying, he's a conservative. Obsession with crime and punishment, he's very pro-capital punishment, believes, yeah, I mean, this goes without saying. Rampant cronyism and corruption, I mean, yeah, it's Crowder. And fraudulent elections, he still denies the Russiagate shit. Damn! Damn. God fucking damn. I did not expect Crowder to meet all 14 points, but I'll fucking give him that. I know Crowder's a fascist, but I thought maybe he wouldn't meet 1 or 2 of the points there, but oof. Umberto Eco's list is different. Umberto Eco's points on fascism are good, but that's also a pretty good list. Those are all tenets of fascism.
Courts, just because they're concerned about the bullcrap being taught to children, they have higher standards than whatever it is for the Nobel Peace Prize. We can all act here like we know. No, none of us really know exactly what gets you on the New York Times bestseller list. I'm just sort of pulling back the curtain here so you know we can talk about this as though we know. I don't know, and I don't really give it much stock. When it's terrorist, Jimmy Carter, Barack Obama after 3 months, Al Gore, they all got peace prizes. Not to mention this one, which I love. In 2012, it was given to the European Union. No specific individual, just the general precept of the European
We'll just take that
Union
there, that award.
Let's be honest, this was pre-Brexit, folks.
This is like they're all sitting around.
Why did they end up getting it? They flashed a little thing on the screen. Every time Nobel Peace Prize 2012 is awarded to the European Union for over 6 decades contributed to the advancement of peace and reconciliation, democracy, and human rights in Europe. Yeah, it sounds about worthy of a Nobel Peace Prize. Like, the bar is pretty low, without a doubt, if Obama can get it. But, like, yeah, I would argue this is a pretty good precedent for awarding a Nobel Peace Prize. These are generally pretty good things. I would say that peace and reconciliation, democracy, and human rights are pretty good things in general. Maybe we disagree on that, Crowder, but okay.
No specific individual, just the general precept of the European
We'll just take that
Union
there, that award.
Let's be honest, this was pre-Brexit, folks.
This is like they're all sitting around and they're like,
I have a fucking net in my
man.
room.
Do I have something due in like 10 minutes? oh, crap. We're going to
give it to him.
EU.
Yeah. No, they looked around and said...
Too late. Too late. Name's in. Name's in.
They looked around and said, well, we've been doing a pretty good job, and we need a little bit more recognition.
look at us, yeah.
How about
Thank
we
you,
recognize us?
Who do you notify with the EU, too? Like, like I don't know, I'm late. He's eating like a payday. EU. Who, me? Yeah, you.
Look, if Obama had done what Trump has done with this peace deal with Israel and the UAE, he would have gotten a second peace prize. This would be plastered all over the media, right? This is a huge deal that history books later on will look back and go, yeah, that's kind of a big deal, that Trump has done this. And you're seeing almost no coverage of it at all.
And by the way, I think this is a great...
Didn't Trump pull out of the Iran deal? Hold on, let me check something. Ah, yeah, there it is. Yep. This was like a catastrophic thing. This is like a really bad thing that happened. The Iran deal was a really, really big thing. He fucked it up. He screwed the pooch pretty hard on this one, chat. This was a pretty bad one on the part of Trump.
contrast the fact that someone can be a bombastic prick, which Donald Trump is, let's be honest.
Agreed.
But he's our bombastic prick sometimes. And get things done and avoid armed conflict and actually broker peace deals. And then someone can be, like MSNBC, lean forward, bend over Barack Obama, go out there and act like he wants to be peaceful, and everyone just takes advantage of him.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the option because no one really believes that he's going to do anything.
Well, and that's kind of like the Democrats. They didn't like Reagan because he was standing up to the Soviet Union. He was pushing too hard, leading us into war. He was definitely one of these war hawks, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, they only respected power. It turns out it
Nary a
worked.
single person found a more peaceful life due to that wall being torn down.
It's true.
It's remarkable. People who want peace, but they do so at the expense of millions of other people not being able to live peacefully. That's why.
Wait, is he saying that the Berlin Wall being torn down was bad? He's saying libs would say it's bad? Okay. All right.
I wouldn't fault Donald Trump if there's a war, if there's a 9/11 that happens under his watch. Obviously, something needs to be done about it. But he is a man who has been known. He's spoken out against the Iraq War. He has a more consistent record of being anti-war before he was. And listen, we're lucky in this sense that with Barack Obama, we don't even know how he got an Occidental. Okay, I assume he probably went, you need to meet a quota? They said, get on in here, Barack. That name's gonna look good when we send this for a federal grant. Donald Trump.
I'm obscenely bored right now. Is this I don't even know what the point of this is. He's not making any arguments. He's just doing like his little spiel with his buddies, his little cronies here.
What was the name of that Griffin at Fox News being fired? I think is she the silver-haired sort of lesbian-looking reporter who had she looks like Sharon Stone now, not Sharon.
Okay, I think we've seen enough. Okay, that's alright. Crowder gives me a headache. Trump does not deserve a Nobel Peace Prize, okay? Definitely not. Obama deserved it more than Trump, but still did a lot of terrible shit. None of the arguments that Crowder brought up here were even close to valid. The Al Gore thing was fucking dumb, because even if there was like 19 or 90 errors in Al Gore's film, which, mind you, was made, what was it, like 20 years ago, when there was a lot less data and information available in regards to climate change, still raised a lot of awareness about it, which is a really fucking big deal and a very good thing. I would argue that Al Gore is solely responsible for starting the conversation about climate change in the public court of discussion. Before that, not a lot of people were talking about it because a lot of conservative media outlets drowned it out. They were paid a lot of money to drown it out. Oh, so this is just like a fact check article on Trump lying about shit? I mean, of course Trump lies about shit. Why would you send me that? Oh, and an Inconvenient Truth came out in 2006? It feels like it was so much longer ago. So that would have been... Okay, so that would have been about like 15 years ago. Okay. 14 years ago. Yeah. Can we talk about how unfunny Steven Crowder is? Maybe I'm like a humorless fuck, but I feel like it's really hard for me to find anything Crowder says funny. And don't get me wrong, I'm into edgy humor, right? If Crowder made like a funny racist joke, I might laugh at it. I might laugh at it. It's true. It's not just, I'm not like offended by how bigoted he is. Like, he could make a funny, edgy joke, but he's just unfunny. He's just racist. There's no way, he can't even like cloud it in enough humor. He just is racist, and conservatives think it's funny because racism to them is funny because they like it. There's just it's just all edge, no humor. That's the problem with Crowder's humor. He's just like, haha, he's Asian. Isn't it funny when people are Asian? That's, real fucking real funny. I don't know. Anyway, Crowder is a fucking idiot. He's racist, and he failed to make any arguments here for why Trump deserves a Nobel Peace Prize whatsoever, so it was a pretty big waste of time.